Welcome to Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I am your host, Doss. Man, we're here with my man, Coach Shot. Y'all know we do this every week, 7 to 8 p.m. Today we're doing a little earlier.
Yes, sir.
Got things taking place. However, what's up, Coach? What's been going on?
Not much, man.
Okay. Well, y'all know we're gonna bring y'all the sports like we do, and we're gonna get into some other stuff like we do. But before we get into everything, got to pay the bills. So let's get to the Facts podcast. It's sponsored by No More Struggling Entertainment, the original bonus, and OPM Clothing Line. All right, so let's get into it, Coach.
Yes, sir.
So, rumor is Deshaun Watson might be retiring. So that's what the word is. Deshaun Watson might be retiring. And I'm kind of surprised to hear that because I know the Browns was doing like the insurance thing with the Achilles situation. But you know, what you think about that? You think he's seriously considering it?
I mean, I wouldn't. How can I put this? I would understand why. You know what I'm saying? Especially what he's been going through the last several years. I can understand why, and especially him. You know, let's just honest. He got money. He got money to have generational wealth now with that contract that he signed.
That's very true.
You know, if that's his decision, I definitely understand it. I mean, you know, we gave him we dropped off a Brinks truck in his backyard, so he cool. So, I mean, honestly, when I saw you posted, I was shocked that that might be a thing because of the competitor that I heard that he is and that I've seen, especially when he was in college. So I'd be shocked if he walks away without giving it one more go. But unfortunately, I don't think that go is going to be as the Cleveland Browns though.
But why do you? Okay, so like I guess this is where I don't understand. I don't understand why people still keep trying to make him be Deshaun of Clemson and Deshaun of Houston. Deshaun ain't been Deshaun in 3 years now, man. Like at some point in time, we gotta hang it up. We gotta be like, enough is enough. Now I've argued with people. They're like, it's the Cleveland Browns. They don't have the right coaching for his quarterbacking abilities and this, that, and the other. And I was like, but Jameis Winston came in and slung the hell out of the ball. If Jameis Winston didn't throw so many interceptions, Jameis Winston would be our starting quarterback right now because he put numbers up.
Everybody else was successful in the system, so I get what you're saying.
Except for DCR.
Yeah, that's just DTR. Don't throw right, but everybody's successful except for DTR, so I get it. I don't think he can ever get back to that Clemson or Houston Texans Deshaun Watson, but I was just speaking of how he was a competitor, earlier on in his career. I don't think he, that competitive side of you should drive you to want to play another year if that's, if it's still in you. That's all I'm saying. Most competitors, unless it's like something like, that you can't, that the doctor's like, oh, you can't play no more. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give it a shot.
But if I'm Deshaun Watson and I know what my ability isn't right now, why am I gonna sit up here and play the game? I just got $200 million from the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, that's a good thought process, but it's that competitive side. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He might still have that still in him, and then or he might be like you, like, hey, I got the bag. I don't need to do shit else with my life but to sit here and spend it.
That's what I think a lot of the Cleveland Browns fans are thinking. I've been thinking it for the longest. I've been saying y'all done paid him. He don't have nothing to work for. You guaranteed his money. So he don't have nothing to work for. Like there are no incentives in there. It's $230 million guaranteed. Yeah, I hit a lick, and I'm not gonna sit up here. And I went out there. I played. I got hurt. I came back. I got hurt again.
Let me run. I got to run away real quick, Coach. I'm sorry.
I got you. But still, for everybody that's listening, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I have no reason I have no reason whatsoever to commit to the Browns. They made a stupid deal. They paid me $230 million, and I knew that I was not the same type of player. I knew I wasn't going to be the same type of player. I didn't look when I came into camp. He didn't look like he had built his body up. His arms didn't look like they got stronger. He still looked like the same frail dude he looked like he was in Houston. So why would I? Why would I turn around and give you guys anything after you've just paid me? I can go out there and fake injuries every year. And look what he's done. It looks like he's went out there and faked injuries every year. So why would I want to be competitive? Why would I want to sit back and play for this organization when y'all made a dummy deal and paid me?
At this point, I definitely understand, like if he does, like I said, if he does sit back and like, forget this, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? You got what you got in one contract that most people will have to pay, play like 10, 15 years to get.
Right.
So if he walks away, I totally get it. Yeah. I totally get it. Listen. He won't be the last Cleveland Brown member that showed up every day and robbed us. Dwayne Bowe.
Joe Hayden.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no different.
Yeah. So but yeah, I don't know, man. Like to me, I'm just like, I don't understand why people keep putting this thing on him. I saw somebody say something today. It was one of my dudes. He for whatever reason is a Baker Mayfield hater.
Hey, that's my friend there.
and he was talking about Baker. Baker choked or whatever, and he was
Baker did Baker.
And my quarterback is gonna, man, that was a fluke accident that happened. Y'all need to stop that.
Baker did Baker.
It was a fluke accident. It was a read that went wrong, man. Y'all need to stop. That dude, he's still
Coach. Baker, listen. If that didn't happen, they was gonna lose in the second round. Baker did Baker.
I mean, we don't know what they was gonna do in the second round.
I'm gonna tell you, they wasn't gonna make it past the second round.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Coach.
Look, we gonna say that talk. We gonna say that talk for week 8. Wild card weekend, man. So that's what we gonna say that talk for. But I mean, in the sense of Deshaun Watson, me personally, I don't think anybody's gonna give him another chance. That's just me. I don't think anybody else is gonna give him another chance, but I think he should strongly consider retiring because, one, I don't think anybody's going to give you a chance. So, therefore, you're going to be second-guessing yourself. Now, he might get that bug and be like, I want to play again. I want to show everybody what I can do. That might be after you sit out for a year or two, but everybody that saw what you've done. They saw what you've done to an organization that paid you a lot of money.
I mean, you could – I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. You could say – what he's done, what he did to organization, and other people would be like, what did the organization do to him? You know how people feel like the Browns is cursed, we ran badly, we don't never do right. So, it's other people that's gonna be on the other side. Like I totally get your thought process though. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Yeah, I just, to me, I just like, dude, just bow out. You got $230 million. Bow out.
True.
Go do something incredible with your money. And and you all good. Nobody will sit up there and be on your head after that. Now, don't get me wrong, spectators see him, they're gonna give it to him. But but rumor has it anyways that dude has been caught on video not wearing his boot out in the public and all of this other stuff. I don't know how truthful it is, but I did just hear it. So
I mean, he posted one video with him and his lady, who everybody thought that they broke up, but they still together. They was on the side of like a road or whatever. You just see the ocean on the other side or whatever. But you see him, he don't got no boot on. At least you could, it looked like he had on regular tennis shoes or whatever. But he was just doing a little 2-step, nothing ridiculous. But I thought, since he had surgery, he should be out of that boot by now. I don't know since he had that surgery on Thursday.
He just retore it. But he just retore it.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. The video was posted before he retore it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if since he's retore it, has he been in the boot? But I know the video was like I would like to say, man, maybe like almost a week before the Browns announced that he tore it.
Okay, so how did he tear it? Training, or did he just?
They said he rolled his ankle. That's all. That's the only report that I read. I didn't ain't hearing nothing about no training. They just said he rolled his ankle. They ain't say whether it was training or just walking. He just rolled his ankle. Fresh new tendon. That shit just popped out again.
Wow. Okay, that dude just unlucky. That dude just that's because that might be that bad juju on that money, man. It's coming back to bite him.
It might be, Coach.
I don't know, man. All right, well, let's move on from the Cleveland Browns and that depressing talk. Let's talk about something that's worth talking about. Ohio State versus Notre Dame for the ship. I know you was happy, Coach, because I was getting frustrated. I'm still not happy with Chip Kelly as a caller, as an offensive caller, because whatever your 15 plays was against Texas, you should have kept doing it because they were struggling with it. Now, I understand Texas made their adjustments, but you was still had the team out there looking terrible. And the defensive coordinator was irritating me because y'all just started. First off, you get beat on the same play for 2 touchdowns. They catch the running back in the flats. So they saw that you could not run. You could not run with that running back. Why wouldn't you go to a nickel package and put somebody over there that could run with him, or a dime package so somebody could run with him?
I mean, I think they felt like defensively. I think they felt like Sonny Styles could run with them because Sonny Styles used to be a safety,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, on the one that he got beat deep, the first one, you could see he throttled down to let the corner and the receiver go through. So that's when he lost the step.
Right.
Because they ran it was kind of like a wheel switch route in a sense.
Kinda, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can see he throttled down so they could cut through. Hold on, somebody in my damn door. See if they can cut through. But
so
very good, Coach.
All right. So as y'all see, Coach has got stuff going on. But when we're sitting back and we're watching the Ohio State, and I'm just watching Styles let I think it was Blue run right by him on the same play on 2 occasions. And it's crazy because the switch route happened on the first one. First one I'll give you. The second one, though, I'm not giving you the second one. I can't give you the second one because the second one, you knew it was coming. You saw it, you jumped on it, and you still got beat by it. So that tells me they found a mismatch in that situation. So the defense was really irritating me because they just kept going up and down the field on Ohio State. And it was like they didn't have an answer for it. You had a receiver, Golden, who was out and couldn't even play, and then he forced himself to play. And when he forced himself to play, he came out there and he just kept doing it to the secondary. And we were acting like we didn't know how to cover nobody. So it was a struggle. It wasn't like this was a powerhouse SEC team. It was a Big 12 team that just moved to the SEC, and they was decent, but they wasn't that strong of a team. I honestly think the SEC was weak this year, and they had a weak schedule, and they just happened to make it all the way there. But the defense was really, really frustrating me because they just let Texas just go right down the field. The running back kept hitting the pile and then bouncing every time. He kept hitting the pile and just bouncing to the outside. We acting like we don't know how to tackle nobody. We missing everything. It was just frustrating, Coach.
I think we watched 2 different games, Coach.
No, the first half they was on it. The first half they was on it. The second half, that defense struggled, and we got lucky. I should have brought my dude on here today, but we got lucky in the second half. I don't give a shit what anybody says. We listen. We've coached football together for years. Listen, That Jack Sawyer strip fumble, yes, it was fourth down. I get it. That still doesn't mean that Ohio State wouldn't have screwed up or did something because the way the offense was clicking, it wasn't. And the way the offense was moving, not clicking, the way the offense was moving in the second half, Texas could have stopped them and got another shot at that situation. That whole situation when Jack Sawyer stripped that dude, do you know how lucky you got a sack and that ball bounced up into your hands like that? It's a football. It don't just bounce up and down like that. That ball luckily bounced into his hand. Because we gave up 2 PIs to put them on the 1 yard line.
But that was also fourth down though, Coach.
I understand that, but the
that
way
was
the
fourth
offense,
down.
The way the offense was moving, the way the offense was moving, Coach.
The offense struggled in the third quarter, and they struggled in the third quarter because of one, they kept getting penalties that carried over. That was when you coach, they did. When they came out, Coach, they had the ball first. They moved the ball past midfield through an interception. Right? Through interception. Texas got the ball, nothing happened. They stopped Texas. Right? Got the ball back. They moved the ball again. Penalty stalled that drive. They got holding penalties. They got a false start penalty. Stalled the drive. They punted. Punted. Texas got the ball again. Texas made it to this time Texas, they had it on a short field. They had it probably like around a 35-40. Texas got into Ohio State territory, picked up a flag, and next you know, they punted the ball again. Now it swings the fourth quarter. Nobody offensively did shit on both sides of the ball, whether it was Texas or Ohio State in the third quarter.
See, I saw that quarter to me. They kept moving the ball on Ohio State. They realized that they could start running on them.
But this is the thing. You saying, okay, they realized that in the third quarter. Look at Texas's average. Look at their running average. If you saying they ran the ball that much and they started moving the ball, then why did Wisner, who was their prime running back, only averaged like 2.7 yards per carry?
Because he wasn't the guy. It was Blue who was moving.
Blue was the running back out the backfield. Blue wasn't the one running the ball.
But he was getting runs. He was getting runs too.
I'm gonna pull up Blue stats for you, Coach, because Blue actually going to the NFL. So shout outs to Blue. Appreciate you going to the league. But
and number 26 is Wisner, right?
Yeah.
He was getting a lot of the second chance runs. He was bouncing those. The ones that was like on third down and whatever. When he was
picking up extra yards, but this is my thing. You moved it, but what was the outcome?
What was the outcome? You're right. The outcome
nobody scored. Nobody scored.
But they ended up scoring. And that game was 20. That game was.
When did they score?
Like 2 or 3 drives right after that. And then they ended up catching Blue with the same 2 plays. Blue scored on. And it was 14-14, remember?
Here go the running stats. Okay, since you said they was running the ball, I'm gonna give you the running stats. Wisner, 17 carries, 46 yards, 2.7 yards. His longest rush was 13 yards.
Okay.
Blue carried the ball 4 times for 16 yards, average 4.0. Longest rush was 8 yards. Manning came in, rushed the ball one time, 8 yards.
8 yards, yeah.
Ringo, the receiver, rushed the ball one time, 6 yards. The other running back, Jay Gibson, rushed the ball one time, 0 yards. Quinn Ewers, if you add in because of the sacks, he had 5 rushes for negative 18 yards and negative 3.6 yards. The longest rush was 9 yards. So I'm trying to figure out where I seen Wisner getting, yards after contact, but to me, he didn't do that much damage. And this is my thing. Jim, I got to give credit to Jim Knowles because this is what Jim Knowles realized. If you watch majority of that first half of the game, the D tackle stayed the same. It was always Talik Williams and Hamilton. Okay. When they start moving the ball, that's when they start plugging in. You see McDonald, the big body dude from out of down south. You see Hero Kinu get in there. And then you also seen there was the young dude that they picked, Houston, Edric Houston, freshman.
Okay. Right.
They both got in there. McDonald was in the game on the goal line stance when they on the second down, what was it? On the run play that they went wide on.
Third down.
You know what I'm saying? And he did his job. He blew his man up, which allowed Ransom and Downs to hit those gaps and get that tackle in the backfield. So yes, I agree with you. Texas did move the ball, but I got to give credits to Jim Knowles. They moved the ball in that third quarter. What happened after that? Jim Knowles started putting them younger guys that was just sitting there. They got them a lot of snaps. You know what I'm saying? They got them ready.
But what they do, the one thing they do is a heavy goal line stand. They're good with the goal line stand. However, the issue I have is the offense is literally moving the ball down the field on Ohio State like it's nothing.
Listen, I don't care as long as they ain't scoring, coach. Listen, that means to me, okay, if we're up at that time, okay, it was 14-14. Right. You're moving the ball up and down the field. That means you eating up the clock. So in my mind as the coach,
right,
all I need is one possession to go up one. My defense is holding their own. Their defense is holding its own. This is a one-score game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just so happened you had Sawyer that made the sack and the fumble, return that joint for a touchdown. Then you come back almost the next possession, you throw an interception to Caleb down. Right. One thing I say is this. Everybody want to talk. Like, I know I seen you say something about Chip Kelly, and I seen other people say stuff about Chip Kelly and his play calling. I don't know. I can't say too much about it because this is my thing. They was triple and double teaming Jeremiah Smith.
Facts.
They was playing too high safety. They was playing off. So that leaves you to take everything underneath, crossing routes, and you got to hit the seams behind the linebacker and the safety, behind the linebacker in front of the safety. Facts. You seen what happened the one time when he tried to hit it, he threw the pick. He tried to hit Jeremiah, he threw the pick because he didn't see the safety sinking.
Right.
So to me, Texas did a great job on their defense. I can't blame Chip Kelly for bad play calling because we still scored touchdowns. Only thing I can blame the offense for is the penalties. Penalties because you had drives. Huh?
Penalties was heavy. However,
you had drives.
75-yard screenplay, luck as hell.
Yeah,
it worked, but it was luck as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. It was 20 seconds left in the second quarter before halftime. I get it. I'll go with that.
29.
It worked. However, third quarter, terrible. Fourth quarter, terrible. And like I said, man, when it's all said and done, defensively, yes, they came through with a heavy goal line stand, but they shouldn't even been down there in the first place. And they just let them move the ball down the field that last 3 minutes. They just moved the ball down the field, Coach.
I don't know if you watched Ohio State football all season, but I know I did. I ain't miss a game. And that's something that the defense will do. Like when Jim Knowles first came to Buckeyes, they said he has a defense that is a bend don't break. So you're gonna move the ball. His thing was when Jim Knowles, when you listen to him speak, he said, I want to limit the explosive plays and limit the touchdowns. I want to make it very hard for you once you get inside that red zone at 20 yards. I want to make it very hard for you to score.
Right.
I've watched Ohio State. I watched them the whole season, Coach. Teams would move the ball. Even when they played Marshall and the Akers, teams moved the ball. But once you got down there, it was a different story. So
I understand.
Okay with it.
This was too much on the line for us to be playing around. Too much on the line to be playing around.
I get you. I don't think it was I don't think it was playing around. It's just that's how they been the whole season. They always. I'm still like okay. I'm with Ryan Day. I'm still waiting for them to play a complete fucking game as a team. The closest that we've seen was Oregon. When they play Notre Dame and you see them play a complete fucking game, I don't want nobody to say nothing because that defense has been special the whole season as far as run defense, everything. The only thing that I'll be worried about as far as that defense, they do be giving up some inopportune passes at the wrong fucking time. The DBs do get a little lax.
So how do you think they fare against Notre Dame?
I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think the Notre Dame boys is going to be very hungry, especially coming off of that, that loss that they had the year before.
Okay.
They do got a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
I want to see if they're going to really go man to man against these Buckeyes because that's all Notre Dame played the whole season.
Yeah, but
They played,
they're not gonna do that. If they saw what
yeah.
Texas did, they gonna implement some of Texas what Texas did.
You gonna have to, but I kind of agree with what I heard that they're going to stick to what they've been doing because that's where it's got them this far.
Right.
Because without that man to man, they don't really do too many zone blitzes. They don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of and they run defense is not good. So they blitz a lot to be able to catch some of those run games in run blitzes kind of.
Right.
But they blitz a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's going to be a good game. Of course, I'm going to roll with my Buckeyes regardless.
Of course.
I think I want to see how that Notre Dame line hold up because they both of their tackles is hurt.
I know the one got hurt in the last game.
Yeah, Mark Freeman, the head coach, said he's not playing in this one, and the other one they don't think he playing either. So, and then the running back Love ain't really at 100%, and they haven't really do nothing. Their best runner has been their quarterback Riley Leonard.
I like number 6. I like number 6.
Oh, you talking about
the receiver?
Williams. I think that's his name.
But I really like Leonard because I like what he was doing when he was at Duke. And I was like, this dude is legit. He done made Duke a legit team. And then I saw he was gone. And I was like, where the hell did Leonard go? And I was like, he ain't in the NFL. I didn't figure out that the dude was Notre Dame's quarterback until the playoffs. Or the game or the Indiana game. That's when I figured it out. I was like, oh, there he is. That's him.
Because the thing is with them, they've been winning games because of their running game. And they basically in a little bit mixed with their tight ends, but they really don't have no receivers. It's a receiver by committee.
Yeah.
The one receiver that does scare me, he scared me last year when we played him, is Greathouse.
Greathouse is nice.
Greathouse he's nice.
Nice. Yeah, he's nice. I like number 6 though. Greathouse is a dog.
Are you talking about Aeneas Williams Jr.?
Is that him?
I think so. He a running back, maybe type of receiver type of dude.
I just know he fast. And he makes something happen. Like
I think
he's shifty.
I think we're talking about the same dude, Coach. I really do.
Okay.
I think that's because his dad played in the league. Because Notre Dame got a lot of kids of parents, that played in the league. Bettis, Ryan Clark.
Yeah, I just learned Ryan Clark's son was playing.
Yeah, he transferred from Arizona State last year. It's crazy because either way it go, he would have been in the playoffs if he would have stayed in Arizona or came. You know what I'm saying? But he I want to see how because I think his son played corner. I want to see how he does. Against them other the receivers that we got.
Right, it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good. All right, Coach. Let's move on to the next topic because this time is flying up on us. We can talk sports all day long. All right, so McCarthy is out. So should Tomlin be next? I've been hearing a lot of stuff from all of these Pittsburgh people, and they've been like hammering this man. And I'm like, do y'all not understand? Like, first off, y'all need to pipe down. And I don't know if you saw my post, but it was like, y'all need to pipe down for real, for real.
Yeah.
Like, Pittsburgh wasn't even supposed to be good this year. Like, they came in. Nobody liked Russell Wilson. Nobody liked Justin Fields. Everybody was like, we don't have a quarterback. We should have kept Kenny Pickett, blah, blah, blah. Fields take you to like 4-1 or some stuff like that, 4-2, something like that. And then Russ comes in and runs the table with y'all. Y'all don't have no star receiver because George Pickens is a toxic, cancerous ass person on that team. And when you sit back and you see the big picture, like, the offensive coordinator was okay at best. And it was like, come on, man. But y'all blaming Tomlin. Tomlin always keeps you in the playoffs. There's the last 2 years, they shouldn't even been in the playoffs, and they squeezed in the last spot. So it was like, y'all need to pipe down, man. Tomlin is doing the best he can with what he has. He hasn't had no dominant receiving core in years.
Mm-hmm.
You got a halfway decent running back core, but that's it. Russ can make some shit happen. Justin Fields can make some shit happen, but they can't do it if they don't have nobody to throw the ball to. Freiermuth is decent, but I mean, he fumbles the ball and he drops a lot of passes.
Yep.
So
I think.
Go ahead, Coach. Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
My thing is this: I gotta ask you, are you? And I hate to. No, I ain't gonna hate. I ain't gonna say. I got a coworker who's her whole family. She from PA, big time Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Okay.
We talk sports every day. And she, and I gotta believe her too. It's to her, it's majority of white people calling for him to be fired. They never wanted him to have that job in the first place. They've been calling for that man to be fired from day one.
That is true.
I haven't heard not one black Pittsburgh Steelers fan call for him to be fired. So I don't know, if you've seen it or whatever, maybe you could, speak on it. But that's all I've seen. I've seen the white ones call for him because I gotta say, racist issue. Y'all never wanted that man to have that job in the begin with. Never wanted him to follow Bill Cowher. Y'all wanted a white person.
He had it. Yeah.
He had it and he did his thing. Like, now y'all can go ahead. Listen, one thing that I give respect to the Steelers is y'all, they run a good organization and they always, you always have the same kind of head coach.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to go ahead and mess up a good thing and be like the Cleveland Browns, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you ain't getting nobody that's going to bring a system in that's going to run it like Tomlin has done for a long time. Then you'll be mad talking about, I wish we had Tomlin back. So
my thing is this: who y'all gonna get?
Who you gonna replace him with?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you gonna get? You gonna listen? First off, your offensive coordinator was fired from his job, so I don't even know. Like, come on, man. Sometimes listen, folks, the grass ain't always greener, man. If you water your own grass and take care of it, your shit'll be nice too, man.
That is very.
You know what I'm saying? And
because when we mean Tomlin is not that guy you let go. You don't let go of Tomlin. You don't. No. That's one you don't let go. I'm sorry. You just can't. Because that in itself is just stupid to me. So you think that's a cultural thing?
It's a cultural thing, man. I think, like I said, I see more of the Caucasians, the white people calling for him to be fired. I have not seen not one black person that's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan asking for this man's job, man.
See, I have. I've seen it on my timeline. I've seen black people saying it. And, it's interesting to me because, like I've seen white people calling for it too, but I've also seen black people. But it's more like, should we let them go type of deal versus time for a change. Time for a change.
I don't think they should let them go because I look at this. Look at the last game. The last game that they played. You had TJ Watt, who cried about being defensive player of the year, did not register a stat. 0 across the board. Yeah. And he's supposed to be your dude on defense.
And he hasn't done nothing in 5 weeks, truth be told.
He hasn't done nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
In 5 weeks.
Then you know what I'm saying? You talk about their running back. I like Jalen Warren, but Najee Harris ain't the same.
Right.
He's not Najee from Alabama.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be all the way honest. Cam Haywood out there, the ageless wonder, still doing his thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, Russ was just Russ. Like how you said, Pickens ain't no number one. He's not a receiver.
Exactly.
You know, how you lose and you arguing with your own fans, bro.
But he already made it blatantly clear he don't want to be in the Steelers uniform no more. So he
did. Well, bye.
Yeah, they asked him after the game. They said, so is it any hard feeling or something like that towards being a Steeler? And he was just like, nope. Basically, like, I'm good. I'm cool. I don't want to be a part of this.
Listen, man, right now, bro, you are a one-trick pony.
That's what you've been saying for weeks.
You run 2 to 3 routes good. I'm out, and 3 is the exaggeration.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you might be serviceable for a team that might need a deep ball threat here and there, but your attitude is trash.
Terrible.
You are a locker room killer. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I see all the potential in you, but I can't bring you in because you're gonna lose. I'm gonna lose my job.
Lose the locker room.
Yeah.
So Steelers let him go, and he goes to a team, and he's not the number one. Instant cancer.
Yeah, of course.
So that in itself is going to be a problem because now you ain't the number one. You come to somebody else's team expecting to be the number one. Instant cancer, man. You causing more issues than we need. Mm-hmm. So you're not even worth it. What do you think about McCarthy being let go?
Man, listen, Dallas waited too long. You know what I'm saying?
You think McCarthy was the problem?
No, I don't think. You already know who I thought was a problem. Yeah. Cheeks Dak Prescott. But right. McCarthy didn't. He to me he lost control. You have Mike in the media saying different shit, all this other stuff, different thing, different players. I think McCarthy. I think he should have just left. I don't. You know what I'm saying? If I was McCarthy, I'd have walked away. I'd have been like, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't need this.
No, and then you got your owner being your GM. Exactly. You can't tell him nothing. So no. Okay. Cool. He made the best decision.
But they let him go, or he chose to walk away.
I think they just couldn't. At first, I was reading reports that they was working on a contract. Then I heard that they couldn't come to one, and then they just decided to go their own separate ways because other teams was even trying to trade for him. They was, trying to I think a couple teams was trying to trade for him as a head coach, and then other teams just wanted to bring him for interviews, but they shit the bed on that one.
He gonna end up in the Raiders.
Oh yeah,
he'll end up at the Raiders because the Patriots already signed Mike Vrabel, which I don't like how they did your Gerard Mayo for that because you wanted Vrabel all along, and that was dirty how you did that, man. Antonio Pierce got done wrong too.
They both got done wrong. Both black coaches got done wrong. My thing is that y'all should have just got Vrabel last year. Ain't nobody tell y'all to go have y'all hand put successor in the building. Exactly. Vrabel was free last year.
Yep.
Should have just went and got him.
Just got him instead of embarrassing these. And honestly, instead of embarrassing both of these black men, because it was the NFL just showed that it's back to what it was before. And now the Rooney Rule is going to start being pushed on people and start being expressed again and all of that stuff because we already know what happened to Brian Flores, and you see what he's doing with Minnesota's defense because they made it seem like he couldn't coach or he wasn't able to coach a team. And so it's like as long as we got one, which is Houston's coach, then it's kind of like, we're gonna limit this number.
My thing is, I love the Rooney Rule for what it was made for.
Right.
But it's so many workarounds. You just have to interview somebody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You see what they did. They jumped out the window. Pep Hamilton. Who the fuck? Who thought about Pep Hamilton? I haven't heard about him in a minute.
Me neither.
Then you jump out the window with the other black coach, and then Aaron Glenn said no because he seen what was going on. Y'all just trying to fulfill your quota.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think those first two interviews wasn't even conducted in person. I think they was over Zoom.
That's even worse. You know what I'm saying? So enough to bring me in.
Exactly. So I'm not. It is going back to. It seemed like it's almost going back to the good old boys club as far as the coaches. Man, but I like I said, I love the Rooney Rule for what it was meant for. But right now, they making it out to be a joke, man.
They figured out ways around it. So
yeah,
but I just need, man. I would just love it for once if the black NFL players and the white NFL players who agree with the black NFL players just said we're not playing until y'all even shit out. Y'all got money, man. So. And y'all got money. Just stand down for something that's right, man, or stand up for something that's right. You know what I'm saying? Just sit out and be like, no, we're not until y'all even the playing field, man. Because this sport wouldn't even run without black people. So it's like stand up, man, because of these black people, everybody's making all of this money. So it's like even the fucking playing field out. Let these black coaches get shots too, because this dude's getting jobs that shouldn't even be getting jobs. Like you was an assistant special teams coach, and all of a sudden he's a great coach. He's going to be great at this, and it's like, what did he do? Where did he come from?
It's like I'm hearing names of coaches, like white coaches that was fired before, like a Matt Eberflus. Like, dude, you just fired. You was fired from the Bears.
Exactly.
Arthur Smith, you was fired from, I think it was Atlanta. Now you know saying they brought you over to Pittsburgh, and now you potentially a head coach. Like, so y'all didn't learn from what he did in his previous coaches. Exactly. Y'all just gonna recycle these people like that? It doesn't make any sense. It's funny because at my job, we had the same where we be like, regular workers, we get fired, but the upper echelon, they don't get refired, they get recycled. No matter how bad of a worker they is, they could have stole money, did all sorts of bad stuff in the county. They just get recycled to another sector in the county, and that's all y'all doing. Y'all recycling these badass coaches.
Yep, and hoping that you're gonna get something out of them because they done told you something, or because you friends with somebody, and all of that. It's just trash, man.
Trash.
Yep. All right, so let's get into the weekend, wild card weekend in the NFL. What stood out to you, Coach? Anybody look dominant? Anybody look like, they about to make some noise, shake some stuff up?
A team that looked at, I don't know. Like I like the Buffalo and the Denver game. That was a cool game. I'm still shaky on Buffalo.
Okay.
You'll see next week when they play the Ravens.
Hey, that's truthfully the AFC Championship right there.
Yeah, that right there. Who was the other team, man? Houston. They played very well. Joe Mixon did his thing as normal.
Yeah.
The game, I forget. The Packers, that's who it was. Oh my God.
Jordan loves shit the pot.
Yeah, man. And the crazy thing, I'm over yesterday. Well, it was my brother's birthday. I believe it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So we had a surprise little get together for him and my sisters on Sunday. And I'm like, the game is on. I'm watching the game. Like, this was one of my first times really sitting down and watching the Packers, other than when they opened up, in Brazil against the Eagles.
Right.
I'm just sitting there like, Jordan, this is not how you've been doing the whole season, man. What happened?
Not at all. What's going on?
Just shit the bed.
Yeah, like he looked terrible. This ain't the same team that was in the playoffs last year, and they should have been a force, and they just look bad. And the crazy part of it is the Eagles didn't even do much. The Eagles,
they didn't. They couldn't pass the ball. Everything I seen the Eagles do was read options with Saquon. And it hurts.
Exactly.
Jacobs, oh my God. That boy played his ass off.
He's a dog, man.
He's a dog, bro. He's a dog. He's a dog to the point where I'm like, why the Browns couldn't sign him?
Hey, they wasn't thinking. But look.
That boy.
I'm calling an upset this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Houston is going to beat Kansas City. If they can brave the temperatures, they're going to beat Kansas City.
Listen, that would do nothing but make half of my 2025.
If that defense comes and harasses Mahomes like it did Herbert, and them DBs play the way that they played, it's over with, because that defense was swarming.
I would say it's over with if the defense shows up and the refs stay home. And that's what it's over with.
The refs are always going to be an issue.
They always
going to be an issue.
Because I look at it this way: ain't no way in hell y'all gonna tell me. I think he's the right or left tackle. One of them. I think it's Jawan Taylor. That man leaves early. He's always early.
He's early. That's like what, number 74, right? I think that's his number.
I think so, Coach. Either he had to be a premature baby. He was early. He was everything. Early his whole life, Coach.
That dude jumps like every single time, and they never call it.
Never call him. Never. And I'm like, dude, y'all don't see this? And then the crazy thing is when they run the replays over, depending on who's the commentator of the game, they kind of like turn a blind eye to it. I'm like, nigga, y'all didn't see that man leave
It's
early?
right there.
It's
Exactly.
right there.
Yes.
That boy.
So I'm calling that upset. I'm saying Houston is going to shock everybody, and they're going to knock out. They're going to knock out the Chiefs. Now, this Baltimore and Ravens game.
Woo!
Woo. We said that at the same time. Because man, that is going to be a game. It's like I want both of them to win.
That should be the Super Bowl. That should be the Super Bowl.
Man. I want both of them to win. Josh Allen and Cook is doing their thing. You know, I'm saying, you know, I'm Baltimore, Lamar, Henry. Obviously, we got Rasheen Ali on there too. You know what I'm saying? I want him to get that experience. So I'm like, man, it's gonna be tough. I'm
definitely gonna be tough.
It's gonna be a tough one. I can't even call nobody in that game. Like that game gives me butterflies because it's like somebody gonna lose, and it's like you're gonna be like, damn, and they had a great season.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Both teams had a tremendously great season. That's why I'm like, I wish that this should be the AFC Championship game, not the game before the game.
Exactly.
You know, but that's just how the cards was dealt. But man,
right. So and then on the other side, we got the Lions. The Lions is taking on who? Washington.
Let me check. I think
the Lions got Washington, and the Vikings play the winner. I mean, the Vikings or the Rams play the winner of the of tonight. They play the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh shit! Is a game on tonight?
Yeah, the Vikings, the Vikings and the Rams.
Yeah, Vikings and the Rams do play tonight. I totally forgot. Shit,
that's a playoff game. That's a playoff game tonight. So I'm rooting for the Vikings on this one. I want the Vikings to pull this one out because I've been rocking with them because of my fantasy, and I like the fact that Adam Jones, is it Adam or Aaron? Aaron Jones. I like the fact that Aaron Jones betted on himself and went to Minnesota and did his thing. Obviously the QB, Sam Darnold, he getting his shot. I like it because it gives me like an underdog feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm liking them for this game. So I'm hoping that they go ahead and pull this game out. But the Redskins. Oops, I should be ashamed for that. The Commanders.
Same difference.
The Commanders. The Commanders is looking tough, though, man. The Commanders is looking super tough.
And it's something about that kid, man.
Huh?
It's something about that kid, man. Something about that quarterback, man.
He got a heart, and he ain't playing. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop the Lions, though. I don't think they can stop the Lions. The Lions has just got too much.
Yeah.
So
they do.
The Lions got too much. So that's gonna be a tough one. But I'm hoping the Vikings pull it out tonight, so they'll get the Vikings, and then the Lions and the Commanders. We know what it is. So,
sure.
Hey, it's gonna be something to look forward to. But I'm calling that the Texans are going to upset the Chiefs, and that's what I'm riding with. I'm going with that one.
You know, Coach, I still got my little pick'em fantasy going, so I'm gonna take you on that one. I'm gonna pick that one. I'm gonna go with that one for you.
I'm thinking they're gonna pull it out, man. They just
I hope so.
Put pressure on Mahomes, and they gotta cover the underneath passes that he always getting away with. That's what he got to stop. So that's what I'm hoping for. But let's go. Next topic. Cavs is dominant, man. Yeah. Cavs took out the OKC. Now I understand this is a late game, and the Cavs had other games since then. But the reason why I want to talk about this game is because it was number one versus number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number one on the West versus number one on the East. And the Cavs showed that they playing full team basketball.
Yes.
Full team basketball. And what was scary about that game is Donovan Mitchell wasn't really that much of a factor.
No, that was a horrible game for him, stat-wise.
And so just imagine if he would have played his best game on top of everybody else playing the way they played. So I don't know, man. I see the Cavs. The Cavs might be that team this year, coach, and go to the finals. I understand. We know once playoffs come, it's a whole different season. But the way that these boys is playing, I don't even think they need to make no trades or anything right now because they got everybody playing right.
They do got everybody playing right. Injury just because of injuries is kind of scaring me. But then I think because of injuries, I think we might need somebody, but I don't want to mess up the feng shui of the unit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring somebody in that's going to be toxic. I like the group that we have. It's just playoff time. When it comes to playoff time, is like people that worry me. Like I'm gonna list them like a George Niang. Sometimes you're a defensive liability.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He worries me. That's about it. As far because that's part of their core, off the bench.
Right.
He's the one person off the bench that worries me.
But
we talked about
put him back on the bench though. That's the beauty of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You talked about Mitchell. He played 35 minutes, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He went 3 for 16 from the field, 2 of 7 from the 3-point line, 4 fouls. Horrible game.
Garland had a game though.
Yeah, Garland played. He had that game against OKC 18, 1, 7, 7 to 15, 2 of 6. I think what won us that game though, one defensively, we held them. That was the number one scoring team in the league.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We held them under their average. Mobley and Allen played lights out.
Lights out.
Mobley had look at Mobley's stats. Mobley had 21, 10, and 7. He almost had a triple-double. Allen on triple-double. 25, 12, and 6.
See, that's the thing. With them two dudes playing the way they playing, you got Garland out there, and then you get Mitchell to step up, and then every other role player to step in. Dude, that's winning recipe. That's winning recipe right there.
I like the fact I gotta give Evan Mobley his kudos. That man went at home and ate his Wheaties and got in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And he put on the pounds. Now I'm okay with people saying he's a unicorn. I'm okay with some people saying he got the skills. He could be possibly better than KG. I see it now.
I like the fact that people asked him, like, do you feel you're a star now in the NBA? He said, yep. He is he feels confident in himself because not too long ago he said he wasn't confident yet. Now he said he feels confident in himself, and he was like, I put the work in. He was like, and it's paying off. So yes, I feel I'm a star now.
That's what I like. His confidence from the very couple seasons he was with the Cavs versus now has grown immensely.
Yes, sir.
His body has filled out. I think he could probably add maybe another 10, maybe 15 pounds. But at the same thing, I can see the KG comparisons now. Like I saw it before, based off his highlight when he was in college. But now, dude, I see you stepping out. You hitting the mid-ranger. You hitting the 3-point shot. You got your defense. To me, the best thing that happened to Mobley was the hire of the head coach. If you watch what he's doing with Mobley, is the same thing that the Golden State did with Draymond. Mobley gets the ball in the middle of the court.
I can see that.
He's the facilitator.
Yeah.
He's the facilitator of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like which power forward, which center other than Jurkic and whatever the dude name is over in Nokic or whatever, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Centers averaging triple doubles. That, you know what I'm saying? That ain't happened before when Shaq was with Orlando when he had a 3-point shooter. When he's getting double, he just pitched it out and shoot. So for a center, Mobley getting 6 or 7 assists, averaging above 5.5 assists for us, that's you see it. That's Draymond-esque. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? It's the same position.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So I'm liking the ride, man. I want to see where we go. It does worry me, like if we might have to meet Boston somewhere down the line in the playoffs, because that's still Boston and Atlanta still the two teams that got the number. But you know, it all depends on how healthy they are by the time that comes, and you know what is looking like seeding wise, where Boston is. Maybe we won't see Boston until the finals, and they could be possibly get knocked out themselves. So who knows?
Yeah,
You know.
I agree.
All right, Coach. Well, we down to our last 5 minutes, man. Actually, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So you know what time it is. Get it off your chest. So you want to go first, or you want me to go?
You go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
All right.
Try to think of one.
So I got one for everybody.
Okay.
Oh, listen, guys. I'm talking to you men, you grown ass men. Can y'all please get off LeBron James nuts to the point where y'all think that this man is above doing anything wrong? Like, there's rumors coming out about this guy because he's sticking his nose and stuff, and people are like, oh, you talking? We're gonna expose you now. So everybody's sitting up in here like, oh, LeBron is the most faithfulest man. He's been with Savannah since they was in high school and blah, blah, blah. If you even watch the movie that they made about them in high school, there was a point in time when LeBron was coming to practices late, drunk, and everything because he was hanging out at parties. He wasn't with Savannah. What do you think he was doing with all of those celebrities? Do you seriously think he was just drinking? Do you not? Do you think he was not in bed with other women? Every celebrity has a closet, and they got a ton of skeletons in them. The difference between celebrities and us, they got the money to hide shit. The problem is when other people with money can expose that shit, that's when it starts to come out. So it make you people on the regular level, on the blue collar level, look stupid for trying to defend these people. I don't know one rich person that hasn't done something dirty, that doesn't have anything in their closet. And I've been in the music business. I know rich people. I know, listen, I know people out here doing dirt. And LeBron James is not above doing dirt. Now, you grown ass men who up in there like LeBron, you guys are just hating on LeBron. Pull his nuts out your mouth, please. Just pull them out. Just pull them out your mouth. Because I'm sick and tired of the way you guys be riding this dude's nuts, man. Like, y'all act like he is above doing anything wrong. Anybody in his circle knows what he's done. Anybody close to the circle knows what he's done. So stop trying to act like he is untouchable. Like I said, you're going to find out what happens when other rich people start to expose rich people. Just because you don't have the money to do what he does doesn't mean that it's not happening. And that's what I'm getting off my chest, Coach, because I'm tired of all of the foolishness that takes place, that happens. And these people sit up here and they okay everything this man does like he is above being like doing something wrong. He was a teenage kid with 70, 80 million dollars. You gonna tell me he was being faithful at that point in time? Hell no, he wasn't.
Black man don't cheat.
Man. Okay, you right. They don't. We don't.
No, I'm gonna add to yours real quick because the funny thing is, like, in high school, me and LeBron was in high school around the same time. One of my friends, LeBron actually, I remember we was playing basketball in his backyard, and LeBron pulled up to take his sister out on a date. So when I heard, flash forward, that he's been with Savannah this whole time, I'm like, I don't know about that, because I know for a fact he took my friend's older sister, out on a date. Nonetheless, it is what it is with him. It's how can I put this? He rich, he doing shit. My only problem with the whole thing is how is Drake coming out and saying it. And to me, Drake, all you did, you pull what Kobe did to Shaq. Oh, yeah, I got caught cheating. I got, they dogged me this record. I'm losing, so now I'm going to put the blame on somebody else. You hated on DeMar DeRozan because he was in the video with Kendrick Lamar. You hated on Brown because he was dancing to the thing. Now you want to just blow up this man's image of what's going on, what people have over in the world. My thing is this: that's not your job, Drake. That's not your job. These are academics. That's we don't know what agreement he has with Savannah. Like case in point, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had an agreement with his wife. His wife told him, "Hey, just don't bring nothing home."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mike did his own thing. When Mike got divorced, he broke his wife off. She's living happily. Everybody's cool.
Right.
You know, so I don't know that. So my thing is that Drake, that was a real sucker ass thing for you to do, bro.
I agree with that. I will agree with that.
But so I'm just going ahead and because I was gonna go, yours carried on to mine. So
okay,
it's the same, almost the same thing. Like because I was gonna talk about Drake and that whole thing. Like, dude, you are really caring. You are a Canadian Karen Drake, bro. You are doing too much right now, bro. You took an L. Just take the L and ride off in the sunset. Now you hating on everybody. That's where the female tendencies is coming out. Like, I gotta agree with Kendrick, nigga. When you sit next to Sexy Red, nigga, you think you're a bad bitch. You out here with the pouty lips. You made I heard him do a freestyle, and it sounded like he was just pillow talking, like he was just. It was a little bit about LeBron. It was like, nigga, did you fuck LeBron? Did you have a relationship with him? Because you feel like it sounded like you broke up with the nigga or something.
Yeah, he sounded like he in his feelings.
Really in his feelings. He's really being light skinned right now. Like, get out of your feelings, my dude. Like, I just don't get it. Like, dude, I remember in college, coach, we had Drake before he was Drake.
Right.
We had Drake come to our thing. It was we always did the thing. It was always Springfest. He came down. I was on stage with dude, met him, shook his hand. It's a cool dude then. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? After that.
They say the top get lonely. So he probably feeling lonely, like ain't nobody coming to his defense and all of this other stuff. And it's like, dude, it's a battle. You gotta stand on your own.
It's a battle that you lost that you're trying to make rules for. There was never rules in any rap battle from day one.
Very true.
And you can't come out and sue your company because of whatever bullshit reason that you want to come up with. You're trying to play the victim. You're trying to be you're just a Karen right now.
Yeah.
And I need him. I don't know, man. Like I agree with what Charlamagne had said a long time ago, man. Drake, take the L, go disappear for about 1 to 2 years, let the shit settle. And come out and drop a banging ass album, man. Other than that, the shit that you do in between, you just coming off really like a bitch.
Yeah,
a scorned bitch.
I agree, man. But all right, Coach, man, we at the end of this podcast. Our hour and stuff is up. As usual, it's always great, to do this with you.
And, always, Coach. Always.
And to do this for y'all, because we do get people tuning in and watching and stuff, and I appreciate that. We love it more if y'all click, subscribe to us on the YouTube. That would be the best. Liking on TikTok and on Facebook as well, just to keep our numbers going. And Coach, we got the national championship coming up. We got playoffs coming up. So we're gonna have some more good stuff, and I think next week we're gonna have 2 guests with us. All right,
let's go.
I think we're gonna have 2 guests with us, and we're gonna they do their own sports podcast also.
Yes,
so
sir.
It'll be cool to get a couple people up on here so we can chop it up and debate with.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And then I'll let you know what's going on with that. Everybody else, we look forward to seeing y'all next week as usual, our regular time, 7 to 8 p.m. And, we'll get at y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.